In the shadows of Nikon's labs behind closed doors, a new machine is coming to life. A camera built for speed, precision, and power. But no one's seen it yet. No official name, no full reveal. All we have are whispers. Whispers about a device that's set to shake up the world of mirrorless cameras. Let's discuss the rumored Nikon ZX. At least, that's the name everyone is calling it for now. So, what's the story? Well, Nikon is rumored to be working on a camera that's set to challenge Canon's R3 and Sony's A9, of the fastest, most powerful cameras in the game. Right now, we're talking full-frame mirrorless, a sensor capable of matching Sony's A9 III, global shutter capabilities. But there's something different about it. Nikon's been perfecting their own take on the future of sports and action photography, and they're getting ready to unleash it. It's gearing up to take them head-on. Some insiders are calling it the Nikon ZX. Nikon hasn't confirmed a thing yet, so this is all based on whispers from trusted sources. It could launch under a completely different name, but for now, we're sticking with ZX. Now, the big thing we've heard is that this camera is going to feature a global shutter sensor. This would be huge, because it means no more rolling shutter issues, which is a pretty common gripe among photographers, especially those shooting high-speed action. This could be the key that sets the ZX apart. Imagine capturing a fast-moving subject without that warping effect. You get the shot exactly as it is, crystal clear. Nikon's not staying quiet. The ZX could be the global shutter beast we've all been waiting for. We're talking full-frame mirrorless, a sensor capable of matching Sony's A9 III global shutter capabilities. But there's something different about it. Nikon's been perfecting their own take on the future of sports and action photography, and they're getting ready to unleash it. Let's start with the sensor. The global shutter we mentioned is a massive deal for those who aren't familiar. Traditional shutters, especially in mirrorless cameras, can struggle with rolling shutter, distortion, when you're shooting really fast. This is when objects start looking like they're bending or warping with a global shutter. That's a thing of the fast. Everything is captured at once, meaning crisp, clean images, even when the action is crazy, fast. This puts Nikon in a unique spot. Sony's A9 III is already a monster when it comes to speed and performance, and Canon's R3 is no slouch either. But if Nikon can really nail this global shutter tech, it could give them a serious edge, especially for pro photographers who need flawless distortion-free images. Now, moving on from the sensor, we're expecting top-of-the-line autofocus as well. Nikon has been steadily improving its autofocus systems, and if the ZX is going to compete with the R3 and A9 II, it's going to need something top-notch. Canon and Sony have been ruling the autofocus game lately with incredible subject tracking and eye detection. Canon's eye control autofocus has been a hit. If the ZX lives up to its whispers, it might pack an autofocus system that rivals even Canon's best, which can give us control over split-second moments. And with the ZX, we could see 4K at 120 FPS, or even 6K, with smooth distortion-free motion. With the global shutter, you get much smoother video when panning or capturing fast-moving subjects. How about battery life? That's another area where Nikon has traditionally done well, and we'd expect the ZX to offer solid performance here too, especially for pros who need to shoot all day without constantly swapping out batteries. When's it coming? That's the big question, right? There's no official word yet, but the consensus is that we could see it either late this year or early next year. Well, word on the street is that the camera is scheduled to be sent for testing to 50-plus pro Nikon photographers worldwide. As for price, with all these features, We're not expecting the Nikon ZX to come cheap. If you're looking at the Canon R3 and Sony A9 Mark II, this level of performance doesn't come cheap. The R3 is sitting at around $4,500, and the A9 Mark II is priced at $6,000. We're probably looking at somewhere between $5,500 and $6,500 for pros who need top-of-the-line performance that's expected. You're paying for the latest tech, global shutter, fast autofocus, crazy shooting speeds, all in a tough, durable body that can keep up with the pace. What are your hopes for the Nikon ZX? Let's discuss in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more camera news and reviews.